The reason why Charlie rescued Ruoli was because he saw the Sioux family's intention to kill her, adhering to the basic principle of the enemy's enemy is a friend, so he decided to save her. As long as Ruoli had a barrier to the Sioux family in her centrifugation, then this person could become a big help for Charlie to seek revenge from the Sioux family in the future. If you control it properly and turn her into a loyal subordinate, it is not impossible for Charlie to see it. If you want to take a person into your own use, the most important thing is to make her owe your favor. In this world, no favor is more important than life-saving grace. Charlie's current plan is to take her back to Oru's Hill first, then hide her well, and then just wait and see what changes will happen to the Sioux family. As for teaming up with Ruoli to take revenge on the Sioux family, this is not in a hurry. Charlie likes to plan and then move. If you don't move, moving is more than just peeling the Sioux family. At least, you have to kill half of this fate is justified. Subsequently, Charlie further processed the wound for Ruoli. After bandaging the piercing wound, Charlie said to Ruoli, "Okay, the wound has been treated almost. Our boat will be traveling at sea for more than 30 hours, so you can rest in your room. Just call the crew if you need it." Ruoli nodded lightly, and said gratefully, "Thank you, Master." Charlie waved his hand slightly. "It's just a matter of raising your hand, you don't need to be so polite." Having said that, Charlie carefully put down her slender right leg, and said, "You can rest, I will go now." Ruoli hurriedly said, "Master, I will send you." "No need." Charlie said calmly, "You take your time and rest." Having said that, he remembered that he had sealed Ruoli's meridians before, so he said, "I just temporarily sealed your meridians with internal force. Now I will help you unlock them, but you still have to pay attention. Don't move your right leg to a large extent, and try not to get wet. If you want to take a bath, wrap the bandage in a plastic bag." Ruoli nodded obediently and said, "I know, Master, please help me, otherwise it is really difficult to exert strength." Charlie stretched out his hand and tapped her ankle lightly, and directly took away the pain left in her body. Ruoli also instantly felt that the meridians that had been sealed in her body were completely opened at this moment, and she couldn't help but sigh at Charlie's supernatural powers. "Master can control the opening of my meridians with his fingers. Hey, this kind of ability is incredible. Fortunately, he didn't have the heart to kill me. Otherwise, if he really wanted my life, I'm afraid it would be easy." At this moment, Charlie stood up and said, "It's okay, you rest, I'm leaving." Ruoli hurriedly escorted him to the door and said respectfully, "Master, go slowly." For Charlie, Ruoli really admired him from the bottom of her heart. Not only because of his strength, but also because of his extraordinary identity. From Ruoli's point of view, Charlie's strength is outstanding, and he is also the son of Wade family Master Changying, and he really deserves to be called a master. At this moment, Charlie's ship had left Japan's territorial waters and entered the high seas. On the other side, the Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force finally arrived at the scheduled location and waited for the ship of Sus. When the yacht appeared on the radar screen, the captain of the Maritime Self-Defense Force smiled and said, "Damn, after waiting so long, these bastards have finally arrived." His deputy smiled and said, "Captain, if we arrest Ruoli this time, it must be another great achievement, right?" The captain nodded. "Of course, this Ruoli is the #1 culprit. As long as we take her back, it will be a great achievement whether it is alive or dead." As he said, he was a little excited and eagerly said, "I will try not to shoot later, I have to catch her, soon." The cruise ship on the radar was less than 1 nautical mile away from where they were ambushing. The patrol boats of the self-defense forces had been completely silent for a long time. They turned off the engines, turned off the transponder and all the lights on the ship, and waited for the target to approach them before they were caught off guard. Seeing that the target was getting closer, the captain of the self-defense force immediately ordered, "Start the arrest." At this moment, 6 patrol boats of the self-defense force turned on their spotlights at the same time, and 6 lights illuminated the unmanned yacht together. The captain of the fleet said loudly in the loudspeaker, "Listen to the ship in front, we are the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, please turn off the engine immediately for an inspection." After the voice shouted out, according to the original plan, the target ship should start to slow down, but what he didn't expect was that the target ship didn't even slow down and continued to move in his direction. So he hurriedly shouted again, "Listen to the ship in front, you are now surrounded by us. It is your best choice to give up resistance and raise your hands to surrender. If you refuse to surrender, then we will take coercive measures." "That's it," the yacht continued on without slowing down. The captain yelled angrily, "I warn you, if you don't turn off the engine immediately, we will shoot you according to law." The yacht still regarded him as heir and continued to sail forward. The captain saw that it was about to rush out of the encirclement, but he didn't mean to catch it with his hands. He couldn't help but wonder, what the hell are these guys up to? "Aren't they stop the boat after I say something?" The deputy on the side couldn't help asking, "Captain, do they want to take the opportunity to drive away?" The captain said angrily, "The ghost knows. This group of people is unreliable, so quickly catch up and force him to stop." The 6 Self-Defense Forces patrol boats quickly chased up. They sandwiched the target cruise ship and approached it little by little. When they approached, someone exclaimed, "Captain, there seems to be no one on that ship." "What? Nobody?" The man nodded and said, "Yes, you can see clearly in the telescope, there is no one in the cockpit, and there is no one on the deck." The captain of the self-defense captain trembled in shock, and blurted out, "Damn. Could it be the Sioux family who played the golden cicada's shell for us?" Thinking of this, he immediately ordered, "Quickly stop it, get on the boat and check it out for me." The speedboats of the self-defense forces are naturally much faster than yachts, and they soon surrounded the yachts tightly, and even completely sandwiched it left and right. At this time, several ships and the cruise ship in between remained relatively still, and several self-defense members with guns and live ammunition immediately jumped onto the ship to check the situation under the command of the captain. "It doesn't matter at all, there is no one on board." The captain slapped his thigh and scolded angrily, "The Sioux family bastards. It seems that it is fake that they want us to act together. It is true that they want to adjust the tiger away from the mountain. Even we dare to play with us, they are tired, right?